Welcome back, guys, to my channel. Today we're doing one of my favorite dish, stew peas. So as you can see, I have all my stuff that I need for this menu. So I have my pigtail right in here with some salt beef, a little bit of salt beef and pigtail. I'll show that to you later on. I have my peas right here, my onion, my green pepper, sweet pepper, red pepper, tomato, green onion, Jamaicans we say scallion, thyme, garlic, my Scotch bonnet pepper, a little bit of salt. I do not need a lot of salt. I only need it for my pinners. The pinners are small, long dumplings. You'll see what they look like later on, okay? Black pepper, pimento. I have my flours to make my pinners. Of course, I can't do without my vinegar to wash my meat. So let's get started. All right, guys. So here's my pigtail and my salt beef. I went ahead and I scalded it twice already. So I'm gonna do it one more time so you guys could see it. So this is already washed, clean. You notice I took most of the skin off of the pigtail. So you wanna scald it because it has a lot of salt in it. So you don't want all of that salt because then you wouldn't be able to eat the dish or enjoy the dish. So I already washed and as I said, scald. So I'll show you what I do when I'm scalding it for, 2 times. Here is my peas. So you want to get the red peas, right? And I have 1 pack of peas, which is 1 pound peas right in here soaking with a peg of garlic. So 1 peg of garlic right in here soaking. You want to soak it for a little bit before you go ahead, and I'm gonna add it with my pigtail as soon as I scald my pigtail and my salt beef in my pressure pot. So you see my pigtail and my salt beef is ready to be placed on top of the stove to boil and scald one last time. I do it 3 times, so I did it twice already. So I'm just showing you how I get all the salt out of this pigtail and salt beef. So I'm heading over to the stove to get this boiling. Okay, so my meat has been boiling or scalding for 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that water off and then put my meat right here in my pressure pot or my Instant Pot. So now my meat is in my pressure pot. So you saw me throwing that water off because that water is salty. So you don't need that water. So now I'm just gonna grab my peas that's been soaking and I'm gonna just add it to my pressure pot. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add some more water to my pot because you want all of this to be submerged in water. Basically you want the water to cover it, right? Because you want to have enough water in your pressure pot or your Instant Pot, because if you don't have enough water in it and it boils out, you're gonna be in big trouble. So you need enough water in your pot. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my water and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay guys, as you can see, all my meat and my peas is submerged in water. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put it back on the stove put my lid on, and I'm gonna do high heat for 15 minutes. So remember, I have my peas and my meat in here, and I'm ready to pressure. My pressure pot is actually pressuring right now. So this is when you want to put your timer on for 15 minutes. I don't know if you can hear it, but it is going. So this is when you put your 15 minutes timer on. So while my pot is over there doing its thing, let me go ahead and cut up my seasoning. So you see I have my tomatoes here. So I'm actually going to use 1 tomato. So I already just cut this part of my tomato off. My thyme, my green onion, which is Jamaican scallion. I just cut the head right off here, and I kind of just cut the ends, some of the ends off. Onion, this is what it looks like before, and I went ahead and strip it down. So my red pepper, my green pepper, my Scotch bonnet pepper, I'm not gonna cut it. I'm gonna put it in my pot when it's ready, old. And here I have my pimento. So I'm gonna use like around, let's see, around 4 to 5 pimentos. I don't know if you can see what my pimentos look like. Can you see what my pimento look like? I'm gonna use around 4 to 5. All right, so I'm just gonna cut a piece of my green pepper, which we say sweet pepper. Just need around that amount. My red pepper, we call it sweet pepper. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and wash and come back and chop all my seasoning that I'm gonna put in. I like to cook with a lot of seasoning, not the powder seasoning, but like my onion, my scallion, my pepper, because you know it gives your food a lot of flavor, and flavor is what you're looking for. So I'm just going ahead and just chop in my, just basically cutting up my seasoning. There you go. Remember I told you I'm not gonna burst my Scotch bonnet pepper. All right. Usually when I'm doing my stew peas, I don't really cut up my scallion, my green onion. What I do, I kind of beat it just like so. Use the back of the knife. And I kind of just bend it just like so. All right. There you go. I'm just cutting these up. My sweet peppers. My thyme. Just 1 cut. And my tomato. Just slice it. .15 minutes is up, So I'm just letting my pot stay on top of the stove. It's off, the stove is off, but I'm just letting it cool down before I pull the lid off. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I do my pinners before I pull the lid off. So I'll just let that cool down, and then I'm gonna add my pinners with my chopped seasoning. So let me go ahead and wash my hands again, and I'll be right back. So you see I have 1 cup of flour. Add it to my little container right here. How you would say you put a pinch of salt, but I'm gonna actually just do half a teaspoon of salt. I need a little bit of water, so I'm gonna go get my water and you're gonna see. So you keep adding a little bit of water at a time while you're stirring, doing this stirring motion. There you go. So you want to keep stirring. As you see, the flour is coming together. So you want to get it all together. So I add a little bit more water. So a little bit of water at a time. So you're kneading the flour. You don't want it to be saggy, so you don't want to use too much water. So that's why you keep tipping a little bit of water at a time. And doing this kneading motion, you're kneading the flour. Look at this. Look at this, guys. And then you keep pinching. Like I take little small pieces like this, so. And I do this. And look at your little pinners. Look at that, guys. The little dumplings. We call them pinners. So just a little pinch. You notice it's not saggy. The consistency is good, okay? And you just roll it back and forth. Oh, my kids love their little pinners in their stew peas. Can't have your stew peas without your pinners. Would be a waste of time. Look at this. Okay, so I'm finished rolling my little pinners. So I did it because I want you guys to see that, you know, when you do it and you put them all together, usually they get stuck together. So I normally do it when I'm over by the stove, but I just wanted you guys to see how I do my little pinners. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my lid off, and then I'm gonna add my pinners and I'm gonna add my seasoning, and that's gonna be covered and cooked down for another 35 minutes. I'm gonna add 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and of course you're gonna taste your gravy later on down to see if you know you need a little bit more salt, if you had taken all of the salt out of your meat. If not, you don't need to add anything. So let's do this. So you want to wait until you hear that cool down sound. There you go. So I'm just stirring around and making sure my peas is cooked, is tender. Okay, looking good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put my pot back on to the stove. And as I said, I'm gonna add my seasoning and my pinners, and we're gonna be cooking for 35 more minutes. Okay guys, look, your stew peas is ready. So after 35 minutes on slow or medium heat, I let it simmer. I did have to add just a little bit more salt, like a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, because I wanted to taste a little bit more salt in there. But look at this, guys. Serve with white rice. Look, take a look. And if you could look in and see, my Scotch bonnet pepper is still whole. So you don't want to cut it, because you know the Scotch bonnet pepper, you know, it's very spicy. So we leave it whole when we're doing the stew peas. And I told you, as I told you before, this is one of my favorite dish. So guess what? I'm just gonna dig right in. Oh my gosh. I can't get enough. I just can't get enough of stew peas. Not enough. And I have a little bit of kale on the side. Bye guys. Bye for now. Okay guys, if you like the video that you just watched, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the subscribe button right here, and check out my other videos right below.